Okay, so part 2 is just wrapping up the document and sending it over and making sure you get a signature. So, assume that this is filled out, of course, what they need to do in order to not have the next corrective action, what will happen if they fail to do those things, and then any additional explanations like, hey, we usually give a final at 40 points. This person's at 45 points, so there's a 2-point gap until their employment review. Or, 1 NCNS is a final, 2 is employment review, any policy explanations or places that you're working with a person. Hey, we're not giving them points for this or whatnot. Anything that is needing to be on paper, you would put here. And this employee comment, we leave blank. It's just for them to add anything should they need to. Signature for the supervisor, you'll assign to yourself, and then witness, you'll assign to whoever you choose to be a witness. Now, when it comes to selecting collecting the employee signature, I usually assign all fields to myself, and then while I'm giving the final or the warning, I'll assign it to my witness and my employee. That way, my employee doesn't see this document before I deliver the news to them. So once you're ready to send the document, you can click here and do send via email or share via link. I usually click share via link, but one thing I want you guys to all be aware of is once the links are generated, the document will be sent and be in sent status, which is a finalized status. Basically, that means we are taking it from a document in works to a finalized document that can only be viewed. Now, I'm going to generate the link just so you can see what that looks like. Yes, I can copy it. And then if I open it on another tab, this is what the agents will see. The name of the doc, how it looks. These fields all load, but once they do load, you'll see all the different information that we've inputted. Now it's showing up red because we haven't inputted these fields yet. So if you have made the link and you're like, oh, it's not done, it needs to be edited, I need to go back and edit it, you can go up here to actions and then re-edit the document. Now, once you do this, you'll need to resend the document because it will create a new link based on the new edits. So that's how to go from making the link and finalizing it to making it something that's editable once more. Now you'll see here it's asking us to assign. We can assign Valerie as the signer. And give this to Valerie. Give this to Valerie as well. In fact, I believe that there's an assign all option as well. So, all right, so if you need to assign, so double clicking, of course, on that is how you can sign the document. But if you need to remove yourself as the signer, and then start assigning to either your witness or your advocate. If you've assigned it to them before, they'll already be in the system. So you can see this is Kim Jones and then this is Valerie Smith. If we are doing it for a brand new recipient, you would have to type in their email. And then press enter, and then enter them into the system as a signer. So I wouldn't do that prior to sending the form. I would assign the employee signature yourself, and then, don't sign it yet until you give it delivered. But then once this is a complete document, share your screen and say, hey, so we have a corrective action. Here's what we've got written down. Your information, what kind of action is, previous conversations, and what we're talking about today. Here's what we want to focus on. Go ahead and sign. Let me go ahead and assign you right now. And just kind of assign them while you're working with them. Make sure you get a signature from them before you let them go. But if they refuse to sign, you just need to make sure you have your signature and a witness signature. And as long as you have those two, you won't technically need an employee signature, although you still want to push for getting one. So yeah, the main how-tos, send document,